How do you identify yourself? Confused? Then how about we meet an author who's written a novel on just that? Clad in blue jeans and a blue shirt, this shy and debonair journalist can make many a heart skip a beat. And the heartbreak kid, now all grown up, Aatish Taseer, was at Landmark recently to promote his debut creation, a novel called The Temple Goers. The book traces the journey of an Indian writer named Aatish and his colourful experiences in the capital city of India, Delhi. Aatish, you just launched your book and this is your debut as a fiction writer. I guess it's safe to ask, what makes a writer choose fiction as a subject?
You know, I think for me it's a very different question because I started out trying to write fiction and Stranger in a sense was the remains of a failed novel. And so for me to go back to fiction is not so unnatural.
And many of the things I knew now, a feeling of waste, the destructiveness of the past few months, I had known earlier.
So all writers have their models, and when a model enters a fictional sphere, he's totally transformed. What he says, what he does, it's like as if, you were one person and you're taken into a room where there are 200 other people. Well, you're not going to be the same person you were before you entered the door, So it's a very big thing for that fictional sphere to come into play. And I would think that almost no writer can write without models. There are always models.
Born to a Pakistani father and a Sikh mother, this author has spent a large part of his life in search of his true identity. Aatish spent a part of his life working as a journalist in the UK and during this time worked on a piece called Stranger to History, a critically acclaimed book that explores a Muslim person's allegiances. You're a writer who lives between between Delhi and England. And how tough, or rather how easy was it for you to pen down this novel, this book, speaking a lot about Delhi?
This book, because I was waiting for a long time with Stranger, and because I'd just moved back to Delhi, I'm in Delhi much more these days, came very forcefully, came very urgently in a way that I haven't necessarily had that experience with other books. And so I can say that it was not an easy book, but it happened very, very forcefully.
And as a person who's lived a lot of your life abroad as well as in India, the critics over here are going to be looking at your book with a very keen eye because you're talking a lot about our country. How are you taking that and how are you going to be reacting to?
Well, firstly, it's my country too. And secondly, I look forward to the Indian criticism. I hope that it's not. I hope that they're able to separate themselves from sort of their closeness to the situation, because it's kind of the world of critics everywhere is a very small world of people themselves with writing aspirations and things. So they don't necessarily reflect the way a book actually this sort of works for someone.
Temple Goers is the most recent addition to Chennai's libraries and bookstores. The simple yet poignant reading by the author revealed the book's keynotes from communalism, identity, power and politics. And from the sound of it, the descriptive elements of this book can make for an imaginative read. With that, it's a wrap on today's episode of Shift Focus. I hope you enjoyed the show as much as I enjoy bringing it to you. Remember, if you want to be part of Shift Focus, then you've got to send in your feedback at ndtvhindu.com. Until next week, this is Dipti Kumar for Shift Focus signing off. Be good.